Hey guys, how's it going? Nick here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the new changes to PvP and my whole thoughts about the new PvP survival mode in general. Now, everybody knows that there's a lot of controversy surrounding this survival mode PvP. There's those who are mostly looking for their single player Fallout experience, who have no interest in a PvP experience at all in their Fallout game. And they have the other side of people who are excited to finally live out their roles, play as a raider, and kill other players. And when they released survival mode PvP, it was a different experience than what we were used to, and we didn't really know everything about what we were jumping into. So players were losing healing items left and right, they were dying immediately, and people had to change the way that they played because this is a whole new experience. This is a hardcore game mode. Players could be lurking around every corner waiting to take a lot of your caps. When you die, you would lose double of your level in your cap value. Along with that, you also lost your junk as normal and a handful of healing items. But it seemed to be that the more healing items that you carried, the more that you lost. So if you were carrying over 100 stim packs, you were going to lose a lot of them. I was killing players getting 30, 40, even 300 of a certain healing item. It was insane. And it is a learning experience. It does take some getting used to. It is definitely not like the adventure mode, which we have come to know and love, hate, whatever you feel about the game. But this morning they released a patch that really changes survival mode, and in my personal opinion, it completely destroys the experience. They made it so players only lose 20% of their level in caps, and they also made it so when you died, you would lose less healing items that you had on you. And the second one doesn't seem that much of an issue. I mean, I really liked that I had to deposit all of my valuable chems and only had to carry what was valuable to me. In my opinion, I feel like you should also be dropping more stuff. I feel like you should also be dropping ammo and stuff like that. This is supposed to be a hardcore experience, and the game needs to reflect that. And they took a completely step in the opposite direction and decided to make this survival mode easier for the players. And I think the biggest slap to the face is the cap loss. I have earned, I think, at least like 8,000 caps in survival mode so far. And I'm not griefing, I'm not spawn camping, killing players. I am making a camp and waiting for people to come to me. They're willingly trying to kill me, so I'm only defending myself. But I got pretty successful at it, and I made a killing in the caps. Now that the reward for the risk that I'm going to put in is pretty much useless, I really don't see any point in playing survival mode. Yes, I can play for the 20% extra experience, but it's not going to be as fun for me. I'm not going to get those intense moments when I run into another player, because when I die, I'm losing 20% of my caps. I'm only going to be losing a few of my healing items. I've already gotten used to only carrying like 10 stim packs on me, so that doesn't really affect me. What really affected me is how I was earning money. And I think this reason also enticed a lot of other players to join into this and try and fight other players, because normally the only way you can get caps is by either completing events or by selling to the vendors. And now with today's update, you can get about 1,400 caps a day, which is not bad. But when you're playing survival and every time you kill someone, you're getting like 200 caps, at least one of the vendors' amount in caps, it was very useful and it was very rewarding. It made me want to stay in the world longer and try and survive as much as I can. And it made me not want to die and lose at least 300 caps on death. And I don't want to make it seem like they completely screwed it up. I think that survival mode did need some changes to be improved. I think the leaderboard switching over to players killed other than time spent alive, I think, is a great move. I don't think players should be highlighted on the map just for playing the longest. I think the players that are acting like raiders, killing other players, should be on the leaderboard so players can gang up and go against that player and kill them. I think this could lead to a lot more interesting gunfights. They also added invulnerability when you fast travel to a place, which I think was the biggest problem when survival mode announced. So it's really good that they implemented this so it prevents people from camping and griefing other players. When you're in this mode, it should be a fair fight. You shouldn't be able to kill another player before they're able to do anything. So good on Bethesda for doing that, but I really don't get what they're trying to do with this mode. We have adventure mode already. That is a very easy single-player-esque experience where we don't have to deal with a lot of threat, but survival mode was supposed to be that super PvP experience with greater rewards. You guys kept saying there's going to be great rewards. You're going to want to play that. And yeah, we have those legendary weapons to shoot for, but I think the caps were the best part about this. And I don't know if Bethesda saw this and wanted to stop players from getting so much caps in a short amount of time, but I don't know. I really don't like this decision at all. I really hope that they stop listening to the mass majority of people complaining all the times. There is some things that do need to be changed that everybody can be agreed upon, but I think a lot of the backlash that survival mode had at the beginning or even now is from the majority, which are mostly single player adventure mode players. They don't really want to engage in PvP, fight other players, and have a chance to lose their loot. They just want to roll around and try and fight creatures and stuff with their friends. But since they are in higher numbers and they're more vocal, that opinion can be seen as the majority vote, whereas the people that actually play for PvP are wanting things to get tweaked but not a whole rework. So this whole decision just seems like a backstab to the people that wanted a hardcore experience. But anyways, this is still in beta, so things are going to be changing a lot more, and I think the 25% cap loss is a joke, and I think it's going to be changed later. I doubt it's going to ever reach that double like we had at the beginning, but hopefully it gets better. All in all, I'm liking survival mode PvP up into today's patch. I really thought it was a cool experience. It was fun with the little bit of threat that anybody could come around any corner and kill you. And there were so many players running around with chameleon builds, so they were literally blending into their surroundings. And with this environment, with all the luscious trees and different landscapes to hide in, it definitely brought an enjoyable experience to me, who has been playing adventure mode up until this point so many hours. So I really hope that they tweak this a little bit more, make it more hardcore, make it more risky, but keep the rewards up there. Make it worth us playing this different mode, because just playing for the 20% EXP boost, it's not going to be worth it after a while. Or even worse yet, everybody in adventure mode is just going to go over to this new survival mode because, hey, there's no risk for dying. There's a better reward chance, and we're not going to lose as much. So I don't know. I've trusted Bethesda up to this point, so I hope that they make the right call going forward. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I also want to address the fact that I haven't been uploading too much recently. I've been dealing with a lot of personal issues in the past, going through a transition period right now, so it's just been keeping a lot of my focus off being able to upload, but I'm hoping that's going to change. We have a lot of content coming to Fallout 76, so that's really motivating me to want to play more and make more content, because I'm getting into the game and I'm realizing that there is a whole bunch of things that I forgot to do or I haven't even done yet. So now I'm spending this time doing those quests while all this new content is just around the corner. It's filling in those gaps. So I'm going to make some more videos for you guys, kind of promote some of the little known things that not a lot of people know about. So please tune in for that. Also be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post a whole bunch of Fallout 76 content, and we also have a Discord server. If you guys aren't a part of it, it's in the description down below. We talk a bunch of Fallout 76 content. We have different groups, each for all the consoles. If you guys want to find other players, that is a great place to start. We also do nuke code solving on Mondays, and we want to try and plan out more in-game events that we could have with the players of the Discord. So if you guys are getting a little bit bored with the content of Fallout 76 and want to try and have fun with the other players in the game, please be sure to join the Discord server. You can be updated when we discuss this further. All right, guys, thank you for checking out this video, and I will see you in the next one.